Why play Trundle in the Jungle? Well, he shreds through tanks. He is an amazing duelist, his ganks are surprisingly good, and he has great built-in sustain. However, he has no dashes so he can get kited, and he does much prefer having an enemy tank to be able to ultimate. Trundle's passive is whenever a nearby enemy dies, he heals himself for a percentage of his max health. This means every minion wave that goes down, he gets a large amount of healing. Trundle's Q is an auto-attack reset, which makes his next attack have bonus range, deal bonus damage, and slow. After using the empowered attack, Trundle gains a good amount of attack damage for 5 seconds and reduces the target's damage by half of that amount. Trundle's W places down a large circle on the floor, which becomes his frozen domain. While inside this area, he gains bonus attack speed, bonus move speed, and increased healing from all sources. Trundle's E creates a pillar out of the floor, which becomes terrain. All enemies nearby this are slowed, and if this is created underneath a unit, they're also knocked back. And because this creates terrain, it can also be used to cancel your own teammates' backs. Trundle's ultimate is a point-and-click ability which deals damage to the target and heals him for the same amount. And this damage is max health damage, so the higher health the target, the better. In addition, he also steals 40% of their armor and magic resist while increasing himself in size and reducing the target. For combos, use W into your ult and pillar. From here, attack into Q before spamming away with more attacks using Q every time it's available. For matchups, Trundle is great into tanks, easily stealing their stats and making them squishy. And he can struggle into champions who can easily disengage and kite him. For runes, take this. With his auto-attack reset and W buffs, he procs lethal tempo incredibly fast. For build order, start Blue Monster and Pot into a Titanic Hydra and tier 2 boots. After this, a Triforce is a great pickup before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, as the jungler, you have a few different options. Your safest and most consistent option will always be to full clear the jungle. This will get you the maximum gold and experience you can get and put you in the best place to fight for Scuttle Crab if needed. Otherwise, you can do a half clear to get a quick level 3 to do an early gank, but this is only usually recommended when an opponent has already blown their flash. When ganking, as always, consider the 3 main points of where is the lane pushed to, what escapes does the enemy have, and what CC does your team bring. W is great to speed you up to gap close, but make sure you can still fight within it. And if you can save your pillar for after they dash or flash away from you, it's a great way to throw them back into danger. Entering the mid game, as the jungler, your main focus is going to be on objectives. With your W and Q buffs, you can solo objectives incredibly fast in the early game. When there's no objectives, you're also great at split pushing. You're a brilliant duelist with your ultimate if anyone comes to stop you, and if they don't, your W and Q shreds through towers. Entering late game teamfights, you will be playing somewhat of a frontline role. Use your ult on the tankiest member of the enemy team to give you a large amount of survivability and allow your team to shred through them. From here, play the front to back playstyle, where focus all your damage on cutting through their front line, which allows you to start easily running with your W and pillar at their backline. And as soon as you're on them, you can blow them up. And that's how to play Trundle in the Jungle. If this video helped you, leave it a like and comment below who you want to see next.